What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Me neither, Ronnie. Doing good, Ronnie. Sorry I'm late. I had a errand I had to run. Sam, I didn't really officially say I was going to do it yet. I said it's going to be in the future, so just stay tuned. I didn't hear that rendition yet, Ronnie. I just came back from hanging out with somebody. Well, Banks had the better punchlines.
Yo, yo,
Hey, what's up, bro?
what's good?
Not much. Just chilling, getting my shit together.
Yeah,
How you been?
chilling. What up? What's good? Makai, what up? R- Ronnie and Sam, what's good? Ronnie, what's up with your Lakers, yo? They getting their ass beat right now.
What's good, Alonzo?
Sam, what's good, yo?
Yeah, I just saw Cruella.
Was it good?
It was very good.
You liked it?
It's pretty much like the female equivalent of the Joker in a weird way.
Is it?
Yeah,
So it's like she's a sadistic Cruella.
yeah,
I might check it out. I'm not big on Disney shit no more. I don't watch Disney stuff like that, but I like Emma Stone.
yeah, man. I was not really planning on watching this movie today and shit. But I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
Mm, gotta relax.
Quiet Place 2 I saw over the weekend. It was good. I still like part one better, but
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna
um,
watch that this week.
it was good for what it was. I know they're gonna make a part three.
Of
It's
course,
only right.
that's what they do. That's what they do.
It's only right. Portland and Denver. That's in like double overtime right now. LeBron being lazy. LeBron ain't got AD. So you see how weak the Lakers are without the big men. Drummond ain't enough. And I think Phoenix just have a younger, hungrier team than them.
So I was thinking,
Yeah.
when I get this Jet magazine collection, do you want to pre-record it or go live with it?
Go live with it. Why you pre-recording it?
I bet.
People love to see the pickups, yo. No matter what it is, magazines, games, music.
Got you.
You know.
Shout out to my boy Adrian.
Yeah, there's been some good films this year. There's a lot of movies from last year that hasn't been released that I still want to see. You know, Conjuring 3 is coming out on Friday. I want to see that. I've been
I
waiting
still
on
didn't
you,
see. Oh,
huh?
go
And you
I still didn't see Marani's movie.
didn't see what?
Chadwick's last movie.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I'm not ready for it.
I want to remember Chadwick as Black Panther, so you know. Yeah, quiet. Conjuring 3 is coming out. I've been waiting all year for that. In the Heights is coming out for Fast and Furious 9. A lot of good films coming out. Black Widow. Do you play emulators, Reg?
Um, I used to be emulator heavy back when I was a teenager.
Not
I
for
used
me.
to have a Game Boy emulator.
It's all systems for me. If it ain't Xbox or if it ain't a PlayStation or Nintendo system, it ain't nothing. It's all systems for me.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 3, yes, that's in this
I left
tier.
something on car right quick.
But the Spider-Man 3 trailer is coming out tomorrow. Actually, supposedly that's the rumor.
I'm ready for that Aretha movie, though.
Huh?
I'm ready for the Aretha movie.
The what movie?
The Aretha Franklin movie.
Oh yeah, when is that coming out?
August.
August. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, Spider-Man 3. That looks. Hopefully, it's good. Better lyricist, Tretch or Q-Tip. I gotta go with the abstract man. The abstract poet. And Tretch just had his own lane. He just nobody sounded like Tretch. You know, Tretch definitely did his thing. Yeah, the Knicks in trouble. Tomorrow's gonna be the test for Randall. You know, if you want to get paid the big bucks over the summer, you gotta play like the stars. So it all depends on how Randall plays tomorrow. Like if he don't step up, then this team is gonna lose. If he has a good game, I think Atlanta is beatable. Like they're not world beaters. We've beaten them the whole season. They can be beat, but we need Randall. Randall hasn't been great in this whole series, and the team goes as Randall goes. So he needs to step up tomorrow, and if that happens, I think we win it. You know, we try to go to Atlanta and tie it up, and then come back here and win the series.
Whew. Long day.
I just think they need to be more aggressive to the basket. So it can't be Derrick Rose the only one going to the basket, and everybody else is just standing around waiting to shoot a three. They got to be more aggressive, and they got to get Atlanta in foul trouble, like Capella and John Thomas. They got to get them in foul trouble and create foul shots for themselves. They haven't been doing that the whole series, you know. And they missing Mitchell Robinson in the paint as well. That's another reason why they've been losing. But they just gotta try different things. You know, it would be nice to play Kevin Knox for a couple minutes, maybe Frank Nikilia, and see what they could do. Talking sports here, Reg.
Yeah, I can see.
This is a sports stream now. Yeah, I mean Frank. I don't know. I don't think nobody could guard Trey on our team. We don't have the point guard to guard Trey, but at least if you let Trey get his points and you try to stop everybody else, stop Gallinari, you stop John Thomas from scoring, all the other shooters, and they beat them in game two, so they have whatever they did in game two worked. They got to get back to that, or is they gonna be done tomorrow too? So
I'm just about to email my notes to my so I
yeah,
can get it on my PC and then I'll be ready.
do your thing.
Speaking of sports, y'all still ready for that Shaq breakdown and shit?
Oh Lord, when you doing that?
Like, it's gonna be a surprise
It's gonna
later.
be a surprise.
Yeah.
You gonna spring it on me like tomorrow? Like yo, I'm doing
Oh
Shaq
no,
discography.
it's not gonna be like tomorrow. It's gonna be like later on this year.
I got the Godfather Code of Death, Michael Corleone DVD. What is that?
It's pretty much like The Godfather 3, but extra shit. If that makes sense.
They re-released the Godfather 3.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
What? It was bad. I mean, there's no director's cut that's gonna change the way that story ended. You know, one and two was great. After that, I could do without part three.
Mm.
You know, is that on 4K or Blu-ray or something?
I don't think so, but I know it's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
Good old.
Loved it, Sam. Sam, you're the only one I know that loved part three. I didn't. A lot of people don't care for the last one.
Yeah, I hated part three. Yeah, I cannot wait to hear this Lloyd Banks album.
Yes, I think it's gonna be good. I think it will be good.
A lot of hip hop veterans are coming back.
They are. I want them to come back with good music though. Don't just come back to come back. You know, if you stay away for 20 something years like Mike Geronimo did, you should stay going. You know.
I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Yeah, let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Wednesday morning? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And this is going to be a double review. This is going to be the G Unit edition. Um, both released in 2004.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought the Young Buck one was released in 2005, but it's the Hunger for More. Oh, you got that version. Okay.
Yes, the deluxe version.
And Straight Outta Cashville. Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, no doubt.
Oh, you got okay.
I got both of them. I'm double dipping. I got both of them.
Yeah, man. Whew, this is G Unit, man. G Unit. Alright, so Lloyd Banks. We're gonna start with Lloyd Banks since this was released first. In my opinion, my favorite member from the G Unit crew.
Right.
I always felt like he was like the most lyrical. I mean, 50 had the charisma, but Lloyd, he was like the more lyrical. He was like the street lyrical cat, in my opinion. How did you get into like Lloyd Banks specifically, or in G Unit?
I mean, you know, just with 50, we started with the Junior mixtapes, and you know when those came out with God's Plan and No Mercy, 50 Cent is the Future. It just started with those, and you know seeing 50 reinvent himself after the whole shooting and him rehabbing and you know getting the you know flooding the streets with the mixtapes and him having a crew. Cause I don't remember G Unit before then. I don't think any of them were on Power Dollar.
I don't think so either.
Right, and just seeing him reform with this crew and they could well at least I liked Yayo back then. I think something happened with Yayo between the mixtapes and his first album, but Yayo actually was good on those early G Unit mixtapes and him and Banks you know spit and you know so many like mixtape classics they had over time and like that them and Weezy really started the whole mixtape trend, like the whole mixtape era. Even now, when artists drop mixtapes, they could thank Weezy and Gina for that. Before then, it wasn't really. It was a thing, but it was a thing with just the DJs putting out their own mixtapes. You know, when Clue was doing the Bad Boy mixtapes and Kid Capri and you know SNS, all those mixtape DJs back then, it wasn't as popular in the streets like how it was once G Unit started and then you know when Weezy took over and it was they were just dropping fire that time. Anything they were doing was fire. They were jumping on your like the hottest beats and even flipping those better than the artist did. And you know they blew up. You know 50 blew up. He got his deal with Aftermath and he bought out his peoples and he took care of his peoples. You know Yayo went to jail. He made sure Yayo was taken care of. He was like a millionaire by the time he came out of jail. You know, Banks was doing his thing on the mixtape scene, and you know, then getting Young Buck. I know from Juvie. I know he was down with Juvie's crew back then, but I wasn't checking for Young Buck when he was with Juvie. But I remember him in you know when he came over to G Unit, it was like another weapon in their arsenal because you had Banks already killing the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? You had 50 doing his thing out there, and then Buck came into the fold, and he was doing his thing, and Buck could rhyme as well. You know what I'm saying? And being that he was from Tennessee, he had like that down south drawl, but he still could spit bars, and we definitely supported Young Buck up here, and everybody from G Unit. Even when Game was down with them, you know what I'm saying. So they were killing. That's all I was listening to. It was G Unit, Wheezy, Dipset, D Block. Everything that Rockefeller was putting out on Murder Inc. That was it. That's all I was bumping. During the 2000s. So
It's a dope story, man.
I thought it was good.
Yo, what's up, Hector? Um, I'm just gonna be real, man. Like, I really just got into Lloyd Banks when I was really getting his like 50 and the whole G Unit crew.
Right.
But at the same time, I've always loved this album in particularly, and even the Rotten Apple album, which I've had like a lot of memories listening to that shit too.
Rotten
So
Apple is dope too. Yes, I got that
yeah,
one. That was a good one.
yes, sir. Definitely got to talk about that too in the future.
Definitely.
And I just always loved Lloyd because growing up, I wasn't really like the biggest. I liked G Unit, but I was like the biggest fan and
Right.
shit like that. But I liked him a bit more than Dipset in a weird way.
Right.
But yeah, I've always fucked with Lloyd Banks' style, like punchlines and shit like that. I think Ronnie asked me who had the better punchlines, Lloyd Banks or Bank. Oh no, but I had to say Lloyd Banks and shit.
Yeah, Buck.
And I feel
I
like
like Buck too.
lyrically, this is the best album period.
Right.
But yeah, I'm um I'm gonna get into this shit. Lloyd Banks. Give me 1 second. Lloyd Banks. He's an MC. You know, originally born in New Carrollton, Maryland, but he was raised in like Queens, New York.
Right.
You know, pretty much he was like mostly raised by his mom.
Mm-hmm.
His mom and his dad was in prison for the majority of his childhood, and he pretty much dropped out of high school when he was 16 and stuff like that. And so that's when like him, 50, Tony, they formed the G Unit crew and whatnot and stuff like that. And so they met Young Buck like a while later. And so I'm gonna get that more into that story later and stuff. And so, the G Unit crew, they were pretty much doing like mixtapes and whatnot.
Right.
And so, um, of course, we all know what happened. 50 got to deal with Aftermath. Oh, I forgot. Actually, Lloyd Banks actually got shot twice.
Oh shit.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know now.
Yeah. He actually got shot twice, like literally September 10th, 2001. Like, ironically, almost a year after 50 got shot and stuff,
He
too.
lucky
So,
to be alive.
yeah, man. And he died, like, he got shot the day before 9/11. So that's
Oh
crazy.
wow. Damn. So he
Yeah,
laid up in the hospital during 9/11.
it's crazy.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. So Lloyd was getting his name out there more, with appearances like in the 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, which we've done a dope review on that a while back
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
And so that's when they really wanted to make his album after the G Unit crew, the Beg for Mercy album,
Right.
which I gotta re-listen to. I haven't heard that
I
album in
love that album. Classic.
shit. So
Definitely.
yeah, man. And so he pretty much was like recording this album while he was on tour with 50 and shit too.
Right.
That was an interesting part.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I'm about to move my
Yeah.
laptop while I talk. So yeah, man. And that's when this whole album fucking came out.
Right. That's
I
right, cause
always,
they were on tour already. Like when 50 blew up with Get Rich, they were already on tour doing the albums.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you were right. They were on tour. Snoop, Busta, they all them on tour together and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the album cover right here.
Yes.
I liked how the green, that like the green
Yes.
representing money and shit
Even
like
on the
that.
deluxe version, like the money green is all over it. So
For real, that shit's fucking tough.
yeah.
Is there any difference between your version and the OG version?
There's a bonus track.
Uh,
Just another day. That's the bonus track, and the DVD. The DVD has like a like him in the studio,
right.
and it has the video for my buddy from the Beg for Mercy album. I see the DVDs in the green.
Got
Yeah,
you.
it has even the Young Buck special edition that has like. Have you seen the DVD for that?
Not yet.
That has special features also on that one. So
Okay.
that's what they were doing. They were putting out a lot of special editions. You know, Massacre has. I need to get the Massacre one with the videos for every song, and who else has a special edition? I think some not Game. No, Game has a special edition for the documentary too.
Yeah, you
But
did.
yeah, but yeah, the DVD has like a featurette with Banks in the studio, and he's talking about making the album, and it has the video from my buddy from the Beg for Mercy album on there.
Oh, that shit dope.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think like G Unit, they were really like the first ones to really be doing that shit. You know, with the special edition
right,
DVD.
right. And then Eminem started doing it. He had the one for Eminem show and Encore,
Right.
Relapse and all that. So
Yeah, Aftermath are definitely on the road with that shit.
yeah,
All right. Let's see. 14 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Oh, I forgot the producers. 50 Cent Executive, Black Jerus, Danger, DS Brothers, Eminem, Greg Jean Stobie, Havoc, High Tech, K1 Mill, Von Browse, Graham Jones, Sean Money XL, Chad Beats, Thought Azul, and Timbaland.
a whole lot of
And
people.
featured Tony Yayo, DJ Who Kid, 50, Snoop, Young Buck, Eminem, Nate Dogg, Avant, The Game, and Nate Dogg.
Yes.
All right. So now we're gonna get into track number one with Ain't No Click featuring Tony Yayo. Nice way to start off the album, in my opinion. Definitely love that fucking beat. You know, Tony Yayo actually sounded tolerable on this fucking track and shit. So yeah, definitely, you know, just them putting the whole G unit on the name out there.
Right.
Like ain't no click fucking with us and shit like that. That's the way I see it.
Ain't no click like the one I'm with. G Unit is running shit. I love that chorus. Yayo's actually sound good because he was hit and miss for me at that time. Yo, he actually sounded good on this track. I like the beat. Okay, we lost Reg. Yeah, I was saying I like the beat. The beat is dope. Pianos was good on here. Um, Definitely a great way to start the album off. And you got Banks saying from PA to LA, Atlanta to Texas, Nashville to Memphis. My buzz is tremendous. Fire, fire joint. Um, this they played a lot. Definitely a great way to start this album off. Definitely enjoyed it. On Fire, I don't even like that joint, but we're gonna get to that joint though. We're gonna get to that joint. What's your favorite songs from the album, or least favorite songs from the album? Favorite track featuring the game? Okay. Oh yeah, when the chips are down, that was dope. When the chips are down.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
it's all good.
All right. So now we are at track number two, Playboy, featuring DJ Wu Kid.
Yeah.
This was produced by Ron Browse, Ether Boy. This was another solid joint. You know what I'm saying? This is like doing his braggadocio thing and whatnot. I fuck with this track. I love the line when he says, "Even my mama knows I got all kinds of clothes. They went outside or show strict after dinner clothes, the diner clothes and shit." So yeah,
Man,
very very dope joint.
fire joint. I love who kids starting it off with the crowd noise and the beat is dope. The horns on it, the scratching on it, just a fire joint. You know what I mean? I love everything about it. This I think this was one of the early joints they played before the album came out. Like I heard this on like mixtapes and stuff. And they ended
Yeah,
up doing a part two on Hunger for More Two. I think it was on.
I think so.
Yeah, classic joint.
Yeah, classic indeed. Next track is called Warrior. Um, this was like another banger right here. Definitely
Hmm.
love that beat. Definitely another head nodding beat right there. Um, yeah, man. Very, very, very dope track.
I love this joint. It's another joint they played on the mixtapes and that bass line, that beat. I'm a warrior. I ain't never run, never snitch. I'm a grown man, dog. I ain't no bitch. A warrior. I love that. Classic joint. The beat is knocking. You got Banks saying nigga ride till I die. The song I sing. You ready for war? You ain't ready for the war that I bring. You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, and I ain't never scared. Love that. That is a classic joint. That's always been one of my favorite Banks joints. Like as far as like his album cuts, and I like the video. I'm glad that they did a video because I wasn't sure. At that time when they were doing when they were like playing mixtape joints, you didn't know if they was gonna be like a big single or not, and he ended up in the video for it. So um, definitely a great song.
Yeah, very dope song indeed. Now we're gonna get into On Fire featuring 50 Cent. Yeah, I overheard you say you're not really a big fan of this track.
Nah, I never liked this. Not this was the first single. I never liked this song. I just thought it was too commercial. And it's Interscope Records. That's what they were doing at that time. I just, I'm like, I don't care for this. I just let me hear the album because I know the album gonna be fire. It's not gonna be like this.
Right. Yeah, I know Eminem and Kanye did the beat and shit. This was always an alright track.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought it was dope in its own right, but I never. It was not really one of my favorite Lloyd Banks tracks.
Right.
But yeah, very cool song. Now I get high.
This my joint.
This my shit right here. Featuring 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg. Definitely a very dope joint. High tech on the beat. Yeah, man. Um, I've always felt like what is this first? I always feel like fucking Snoop Dogg definitely had the best verse and shit like that. Of course, definitely love smoking weed and shit. So yeah, man. Definitely love that fucking beat too by High Tech.
Mm.
Yeah, very very dope joint.
50 killed it. Like him on the chorus. Like once you had 50 in the chorus, your song was pretty much straight. You know what I'm saying? Like because 50 know
Yeah,
how to do choruses, and him on that chorus, that la la, I be smoking, you getting me right, I'll be looking. That shit is fire. I love the beat and the bass line. It sounded like something that it sounded like a track that could have been on Beg for Mercy. Like had that Beg for Mercy feel to it.
yeah,
You got Banks saying sometimes I think about a nigga would start with raise up a lighter and fuck up the whole apartment. Fire drink. It's just a weed smoking drink, So
yeah. Definitely hear your thoughts. Definitely like your thoughts on that. Now we're gonna get into I'm So Fly. This was produced by Timbaland and Danger. Um, yeah, man. This is like another braggadocio. Just pretty much talking about how he's like living luxury. You know how he's like enjoying his lifestyle now. Yeah, very very dope joint. Nice beat by Timbaland.
Yes. This is I want to say this is like the last. Well, I don't want to say last, but this is like when was this, like 2006? When did this drop? Like '04. My bad. This is like near the. I mean, to me, cause like after the Justin Timberlake shit, like Timberlake didn't really drop nothing good after that. You know what I'm saying? But this is like Tim was still in his like last prime days of a producer. You know what I'm saying? I love this joint. The beat is banging. The hi hats. You got Banks saying from the block I'm from, niggas be damn near 40 and still fucking. Niggas baby mamas be pregnant and still niggas baby mamas be pregnant and still fucking. It's either cause their boyfriends are scrub like Brillo. Cause Banks is colder than the other side of the pillow. And I love that chorus. I'm so fly, I got money, so that's enough reason to buy the things I buy. I love that. He killed it. That was a great single. That should have been the first single to me compared to On Fire. I just never cared for On Fire, and when he dropped I'm So Fly, I'm like, yo, this is the joint I want to hear from Banks. So that was dope.
Yeah, definitely hear your thoughts on that. Um, Next song we got is After I'm So Fly, Work Magic featuring Young Buck. Um, this one was okay. I didn't really care for this one too much. I'll be honest with y'all. Um, I feel like it felt more with Young Buck's album, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll talk about that.
I like it. I thought it was dope. The beat, the horns on it, really grimy track. Banks saying we're respected highly because you ain't got to practice gymnastics to catch a body. Fire bars on this one. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, definitely like the way you see that shit. Next track, If You So Gangsta, one of my favorite tracks off the album. You know, this pretty much how motherfuckers want to be a gangster so bad and shit like that. And so Lloyd Banks is pretty much saying he's just pretty much calling their bluff, pretty much.
Right.
That's pretty much very very dope track. I love the line where he says, "Now every now and then a new kid gotta win. Yeah, but unfortunately for you, I'm him. I'm sorry. In my new tin trunks with the blue dot N, hopping out the big truck with the new ride rim." Yeah, I definitely love that line and shit.
Yes. Dope ass beat. I love the pianos on it and the bass line. You got Banks saying, by any means I protect my charm. Later bubble you up like Moet Sean Dawn. Fire. Not dope album cut.
Yes, indeed. After that, we get into Warrior Part 2, featuring Eminem, 50 Cent, and Nate Dogg. Very, very, very interesting track. I know the first Warrior was released on the mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so, Nate Dogg, 50 Cent, they did a thing. The beat by Eminem, believe it or not, I actually did like. It wasn't
Yeah,
like,
that was dope.
it
Yeah.
was actually a dope beat by Eminem.
Hmm.
Because, on this track, I'm kind of critical on his production for the most part and shit. So, yeah, man. Very, very interesting dope track.
Yeah, it was dope. I actually, Eminem to me is hit and miss as a producer too. But I thought this was a banger, and it was great to have Nick Dogg on the chorus. I think he was like, he made the remix what it was, and Banks. I love his verse. He said, "Hounding him is a big mistake. He won't surrender. He'd rather give up to a rib to break, because he remembers when they wouldn't lend a helping hand. So he was sitting on green like a Celtic fan. Fire bars. Definitely a dope remix. Back when remixes still existed and they still mattered.
Exactly. All right. After that, we're going to get into Karma, featuring Avant. Yeah, I didn't actually listen to the joint. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Avant fan.
Right.
This was a commercial joint. I felt it was a bit too commercial for this album, but yeah, man. I could have done without this one.
I thought it was dope. It was like one of them joints for the chicks. I like the bass line and pianos in it. Banks saying, I can't keep my eyes off you. I can tell you why them other niggas lost you. That kind of is like a flying saucer. I thought it was a well, it's like a commercial joint. It's in the scope. They're gonna want that joint for the women. That's what Banks gave them, and Yayo had his joint on his album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I thought it was cool though.
Yeah, man. After that, we're gonna get to when the chips are down. This features the game, and this is actually the game's first appearance on Wax on a G Unit as a member of G Unit. Yeah, man. Love that beat. Probably one of my favorite tracks off this album and stuff like that. It was pretty much just a way for the game to shine. That's just the way I see it, stuff like that, because he definitely stole the show and whatnot with that second verse. So I love the line he says, so he put me with 50 Cent, now I got a face lip. Magazines want to know where the fuck LA been. And almost died the same car Suge got grazed in. Like, yeah,
Yeah, this was dope. Definitely a hard track with Game. Banks saying, let another nigga steal my spot. If a nigga steal from me, it's the steal I pop. Fire. Game did his thing on here. I would have loved to hear like more collabs with Game and Banks. But this was dope.
yeah, very dope. Um, Next track, Till the End. This features Nate Dogg again. Um, pretty solid track. Probably my favorite track off this album. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much what I got from this track was just like I think he was talking about the reminiscing of the night where like he got shot and whatnot, and then it was just how he just had to keep on moving on and whatnot to the end. Um, Again, Nate Dogg on the fucking chorus was definitely a dope pick.
Right.
Um, very dope song indeed. Sean Money, I mean, actually no, Eminem did the beat. Oh wow, okay. I thought Sean Money did the beat for me.
Yeah, this was dope. I like the beat from Eminem. Pianos was dope. Definitely a real deeper track than most of the stuff that he's had on this album. But I enjoyed it.
Yes sir, yes sir. After Till the End, we're gonna get into Die One Day, which Die One Day love that fucking beat, man. That beat is fire. Baby Grand did that beat too. And with that fucking track right there, self-explanatory, just one of those fucking, landing track motherfucker. If motherfucker want to message you, then tap out and shit like that. That's pretty much it.
Right.
And also it was just pretty much like how he was picking up 50 on this track too and stuff too. So yeah, very dope track.
Yes, I definitely love the beat and that sample that was used, and the guitar sample, and Banks saying a hood rat will put a feature in a fool's pants till she find out you can't buy furniture with food stamps. And I love the chorus, nigga, everybody gonna die one day, whether it's natural causes or gunplay. Fire joint. One of my favorites, like toward the end of the album.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. Um, then we're gonna get to Southside Story. Very heavy track indeed. It's pretty much like three stories. He's told on this track. Like the first verse, he talks about like when he was 10 years old,
Right.
and he seen some motherfucker get shot and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said that he used to get nightmares from that shit and whatnot. And so the next day, the next verse, he's talking about how he has his kids playing and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, there's one cat that lives like around his block and stuff like that. And so one time she was trying to like play around with this female.
Right.
The female, she didn't like the way he was disrespecting her,
Mm.
and then she pretty much got hit with a baseball bat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then the last verse, It's pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, it's just like he saw like this like chicken head and stuff like that, and so it's pretty much chicken head, and yeah, it's you have to listen to the first for yourself. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a very dope track. I've always liked this track because it displays his storytelling ability and
Right.
stuff. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a nice little storytelling track, nice beat. You know, and naming it Southside. You know, Southside Queens from where they were from. So it was dope.
Yeah, very very dope track indeed. And that's the last track I got on hold. And you got
Right.
the
The
deluxe
bonus
edition.
track is just another day. That was dope. It had a nice beat, nice horns and bass line. You got Banks saying some lines. Just cause Shorty look good don't mean you should go putting ice on the bitch like she won the Super Bowl. And he had another funny line. He said, I got a Houston hoe. Nah, she ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but she a damn good booster though. That was cool. There's actually a video for that one for just another day.
I think
So
I see that video a while back.
yeah, there's a video. There's a video for it. So I don't know why they would make a video and the bonus track done on the standard version. So
Yeah, some albums do that shit.
yeah,
But yeah, overall, this is a very dope album, man.
right.
Must have in your collection. All my hip hop fans, all my G Unit fans. This was like a nice debut that fucking Lloyd Banks definitely did. He carried his own for most of the album
Hmm.
and shit like that. Just how hungry he was and whatnot. I love this fucking album for that. I want to say this album is out of print. I want to say, but
Yes.
if you can find this album, must have in your collection. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5.
I definitely think it's his best album. Still, the production was great. The songs, his bars, the collabs he had, and he didn't get. I don't feel like he got overshadowed by any of the collabs on the album. Some tracks it tailed off a bit towards the end, but to me, it's still his best album. I love it. It's a classic to me. He picked the right singles. On fire, warrior, um, just another day. The title track. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that and stuff. So, yeah, man. All right, and the last thing is now we're going to talk about Young Bucks from Outta Cashville. Yeah, this was released in 2004 as well too. This version right here is the collector's edition, so that's how you have like him with the grills and shit like that.
I love the collector's edition, man. This also comes with a DVD. Like I said, mentioned before, and I love it, man. It's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely grateful I got this edition.
Right.
So any memories on how you got to get Bucks music or
Like I said, I remember him with he was down with Juvenile's crew over on Cash Money. But I wasn't listening to him then. So like when he got to June, and I'm like, oh, that's the cat from that was down with Juvie, and he just to me he fit right in. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't lose a step. I feel like they got even stronger by adding Young Buck, and then Game was in the picture, and at that time Yayo was locked up. So it was almost like when Beg for Mercy came out, and it was like having the Firm album without that original member there, because when the Firm album came out, you didn't have Mega because he was locked up. When Beg for Mercy came out, you didn't have Yayo because he was locked up. But they added a nice piece. He wasn't like like Nature, like Young Buck could actually spit, and he made some dope albums, and I always liked him. I thought he was a great addition to G Unit, and we embraced him like that. So that's how I got into him, was like when he came over to G Unit.
definitely see what you're saying with that one. All right. Like I said, I wasn't really too big on Young Buck like that.
Right.
I never really Thought he was like, I never really liked him as much as like Lloyd and stuff like that.
Right.
But since I got this album, I just told myself, maybe I should give this album a chance
Yeah.
and stuff. Cause yeah, man, I know there's a lot of people fuck with this album more than the Buck the World album and shit.
I have that one too. That was decent. I don't feel like they promoted it enough though. But that one was slept on.
You
You
said
know.
that was fucked up?
Yeah, but like when people think Memphis, automatically they think 3 6 Mafia. They don't think about Young Buck first. Young Buck should be in that conversation more.
Hmm.
You know.
So, alright, now for those who don't know who Young Buck is, he is an MC originally born in Nashville, Tennessee. He was like the southern piece of the puzzle with the G Unit crew. He started rapping like when he was like 12 years old, and when at that time he actually met Birdman, aka Baby Williams and shit.
Right.
So after that time, he got like you mentioned, like he definitely started getting tight with Juvenile
Right.
and stuff. And ironically, Juvenile is being interviewed in Vlad TV right now, so that's the irony.
Right. Did he talk about Young Buck yet? Cause I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch a lot of it yet, but I feel like he did.
I was watching the Vivica Fox one, which was funny.
Yeah, I gotta finish the Vivica Fox one. I know he interviewed another member from the other member from Caution too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
All
crazy.
right. So Birdman, business decisions like kind of drove, Young Buck and Juvenile out the label, and I think Young Buck signed to Juvenile's label for a while until like 2003, and so around that time too, that's when he started getting affiliated with like 50, because 50 said he really wanted to branch out. He didn't want Gina just to be like an East Coast thing.
Right.
He just wanted like to branch out to like other regions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And he's right. He's right to do that because there's other good dope artists outside of New York.
Yeah. All right. And so his first appearance on Wax was on um the Beg for Mercy album from G Unit. And around that time too, like I said, Tony Yayo was locked up and shit. So yeah, man, he just making cameos on songs too, on videos
Right.
and stuff like that. And so that is when, like in 2004, that's when he was working on the Straight Outta Cashville album, which is a tribute, a head nod to NWA Straight Outta Compton and shit. So
Classic.
yeah, man. So this is the alternate album cover right here. And then he has the fucking Scully mask, the ski mask, the fucking grills and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, this shit's fire right here.
Oh yeah, definitely. This version is out of print.
Yeah,
I don't know about the standard. I don't know about the standard version. This one, but the deluxe is out of print.
yeah, man. Fucking Buck, man. He's a 2000, so he got the tilted,
Right.
fitted cap.
Hmm.
All right, 415 track. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, I'm a Soldier, featuring 50 Cent. Um, I love that fucking beat. That fucking beat was what really made the track right there for me. That beat was actually produced by Dre and Vile and Felony. So yeah, very very dope track. That's what it started off the album.
Yes, definitely a dope track. I'm a soldier, dope beat, the pianos. You got Buck saying fucked a couple of R&B hoes when I was back to the hood rats. They looking niggas dick quick and and know where to good at. I like 50 on the chorus. He killed it. I'm a soldier. I done told you. Don't make me fuck you up. Leave your head bust. I'm a head buster, man. I don't give a fuck. killed it. Like I said, like 50 is great on the choruses. Like once you got 50 on your song doing the choruses, and you might drop a verse, like you got a hit on your hands. So
Of course. All right. Next track, "Do It Like Me." This was a cool track and stuff like that. It's not like one of my favorites and stuff like that.
yeah,
This essentially because he's adding his southern flavor. For the G Unit crew. So definitely a very solid joint.
yes. Do it like me, dope beat, the bass line. You got Buck saying, "Get on the ground, ho, and stay the fuck out of up out of mine." For the kids find daddy laid out with his eyes closed. And I thought that was dope. A solid cut.
Yeah, very solid track indeed. Next track, "Let Me In" featuring 50 Cent. Very, very, very dope joint. In my opinion, I feel like 50 was the one who pretty much stole the show on this track right here. So yeah, must have in your collection. Must listen to.
This this was banging. I love that beat, the guitar strings on it. You got Buck on the chorus. I know you gonna let me smoke up my weed. I know you gonna let me drink with no ID. I know you gonna let me shine and get mine. I know you gonna let me in with this line. Fire killed it. 50 was great on this. I think this was a single, right?
Yeah, it was a single.
Yeah. I remember this joint when it came out. This was huge. This was a big hit for him.
Yeah, man. Track number. Where we at? Track number five. No, excuse me. Track number four. Look at Me Now, featuring Mr. Porter. Very, very dope track indeed. Mr. Porter, you got should know him from Eminem fame. Oh wait, hold on. Oh shit, I got my next one. Nah, this track right here, this was okay. It wasn't like one of my favorites. I felt like it was just the chorus. It was just like the chorus I didn't stand for and stuff like that.
Mm.
Mr. Porter, I didn't really care for that chorus, but yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was cool. It's nice beat, nice violin arrangements on it. The hi hats was dope. The bass line, it was cool.
indeed. Now we're gonna get into "Welcome to the South" with David Bennett and Lil Flip. Very
Yes,
dope track.
definitely one of my favorites on here.
David Bennett killed this shit in my opinion.
Definitely.
And this is that early Bennett shit like that.
Hmm.
Definitely like that Mississippi album and shit.
Yeah.
Very, very dope. Just bigging up the South and whatnot. The line with David Bennett says, "But niggas don't listen to you kick a nigga, smack him with a calico, and trying to stay in God's plan. But I had to show these faggots that you're fucking with the man, you bitch." Like this definitely went in on that joint right there. Lil Flip did his thing too. I never actually been too big on Lil Flip music like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you. Have you ever? Yeah, you can
I
recommend.
listened to was it Underground? No, I don't know. The album he did with Game Over on it. I forgot the name of that album. Um, that was a dope album because I think he had Cameron on that joint on that album, and that was a dope album. You know what I'm saying? That was when he was like going at it with Ti and claiming he's the real king of the South and all that. And the other Flip albums I haven't heard, but that album had Game Over and Sunshine. That was like always on MTV. That video with the chick singing on the chorus and all that. But yeah, that was dope. I have to listen to his other stuff though.
Definitely. All right. After that, we're gonna get into "Prices on My Head" featuring
I
DJ
didn't
and.
I didn't talk about Welcome to the South.
Oh damn, my fault.
I just want to yeah, but yeah, David Banner. That's another dude we need to talk about. David Banner, the Mississippi album, Fire album. I think he's underrated from the South and he doesn't get his recognition.
I
He's a
agree.
dope ass producer as well. That song David Banner did like a pimp. That shit was big up in New York
Oh,
when that shit came out.
I love
Love
that.
that song. We definitely gotta talk some David Banner on here. I like it. It's definitely a hard track. One of my favorites on here. It has that like sinister feel to it, down south feel to it. I love the beat and the bass line. Young Buck saying, "We in the projects cooking chickens cooking chickens in the kitchen. We go to prison, get out, and then go back to getting it. Your fit ain't no harder than mine, bitch. We all thuggin'. We fighting clubs, hit the parking lot and start busting. Fire, Young Buck killed it, David Banner, Flip. This was a dope ass collab. I like this joint.
Yes, sir. All right, now we're gonna
You
get
gotta
into
feel me, yeah. That's the name of the Flip album. Yeah, that was dope.
sir. Now we're gonna get into the crisis of my dad. Um, this was like his way, his version of his monkeys, the vapors, in my opinion. Just the way I say it, just feels like he's talking about him coming up, and now no one believed in him and shit. He threw a shot at Benzino because Benzino dissed him on
Right.
the song "Bang Bang,"
Mm-hmm.
and he said the line, "Genius, that's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. Benzino or the source can't hold me."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, man. This song also features DT and Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks doing his thing on this track too, but definitely, Young Buck definitely did his thing. He definitely stepped his game up on this one.
And Benzino wasn't fucking with nobody on Aftermath. Like he went at M destroyed him. He went at 50 destroyed him. He was just going at everybody. I think Buster had made a diss song towards
Yeah,
him, with M on it, and I was like, nah, Benzino just he wasn't built like that against G Unit. They were too strong for him. I like the fact that Young Buck called him out on here. It's a dope song. I like the beat. It was definitely a solid album cut.
yeah, definitely a solid cut indeed. Then we're gonna get into Bonafide Hustler featuring 50 Cent and Tony Yayo. Very dope track. Love that beat by Diverse, a classic. Yeah, man. I feel like I said, I felt like part of me feels like it belongs with the Master Kid too in a weird way, but
Mhm.
at the same time, definitely, give for what it is and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, it's another one of those songs with Tony Yayo. It's not that obnoxious and shit, so that's good enough for something.
This one of my favorites. Like I had this on the story today. Like I love the beat and that bass line and the horns in it. It has like that real gangster, feel to it. When 50 saying they say heaven is for churchgoers and hell's for keeps, so I'm blow the fuck out while I'm breathing. And again, 50 doing the chorus. I'm a bona fide hustler. Nigga, get out of line, I'll cut ya. Me, I'm about my paper is fuck ya. I love that. Loved it. Killed it. Great collab with Buck and 50. I believe this has a video also. This is definitely
Yeah,
one of my favorites on this album. Yeah.
yeah, definitely one of my favorites too. Now we're gonna get into Shorty Wanna Ride featuring Lil Jon.
Hmm.
This was a very cool joint right here. Lil Jon definitely did his thing on that beat and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I like it, man. A dope little John joint. I love the horns in it. It has like a real pimped out feel to it. The beat, the hi hats. Buck saying, "What a nigga don't know won't hurt him." So if you got an old man, bitch, I ain't worried. And just talking about, pulling a chick, and it's like this is like his version of like what Banks did with that joint with Avant. You know what I'm saying? This is like his like Young Buck's version of like a track for the women. So
Right. So now we're gonna get into Bang Bang. Very, very dope joint indeed. Needles produces joint right here. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite tracks off this album.
yeah, this was dope too. I like that old school sample on the track, and the beat fit nicely with the sample. It's definitely a banger.
Yeah, banging track indeed. After that, we are gonna get into Thou Shall. Um, this was okay. I wasn't really too big on this one right here. It was alright.
Yeah, it was cool. Again, like another one of those tracks with the sped up sample. I like the beat to go with it. It was cool.
Yeah, and that was like around the time when that whole Chipmunk Soul was began
Right.
popular.
Yes. A lot of people, a lot of artists use that whole style in their production. So
Right.
and for a lot of them it worked. For some it didn't work, but
Well, sometimes they were trying to make that shit too Chipmunky and shit. I'm like, okay.
yeah, it was like that was like Kanye's thing. Like Kanye used that a lot on the Blueprint, and people just ran with that.
Right.
You know.
All right. After Thou Shall, it's Black Gloves. Um, this is another cool song right here. This features Sean C and Doug Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Just when you about to do your robberies and shit like that, motherfuckers don't even get caught. Got wear all black and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, man, very very dope joint.
I love Young Buck's flow on this song, and it goes along with the beat and the whole melody, and he's like black gloves, black mask, black shirt, black pants, blue steel, blue vest. He dead, you next. He killed it. This is definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Yeah, definitely a favorite. All right, now we're gonna get to Stomp. So it's kind of interesting and shit like that because and the version
Hmm.
I have the version with the Game and Ludacris and stuff like that,
Yes,
which the version a lot of people know it has Ti and
they
Ludacris.
they took Ti off it though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they were throwing Ti. That was around the time when they were beefing
Hmm.
and they were throwing shots at each other
Right.
on that track and shit like that. So yeah, man, definitely a very dope joint, classic joint in my opinion. Um, yeah, man, definitely another interesting song when it comes to like the southern influence of G Unit and shit.
Hmm. I wonder how did Ti ever like respond to Young Buck taking him off the album?
I don't think so.
'Cause I never heard nothing about it after that. Like I wonder how Ti must feel that he took his verse off and kept Luders on there. So, um, I thought it was a dope song. Like the 808s on here was fire. The beat, Ludacris saying, these rappers thinking I'm ignorant. Stop saying my name, cause maintaining my fish tank in the house costs the same. You see, I'm married to my music, but we got a prenup. If that bitch don't act right, I'm still getting my cut. And and then he called out Ti. He said something about stay the fuck off my TIP or some shit, some shit like that. And again, like they were battling at that time. To me, I always felt like Ti had the better albums than Luda, but Luda was the better lyricist. So I mean, if it came down to King of the South, I got Ti all day.
Hmm, interesting. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get into taking hits. Um, this was okay. Never really didn't care for this one like that. Even though I love the beat by DJ Paul and Juicy J.
Yeah, yeah, that was a nice beat. It was okay. Nothing really special about it.
Right. Um, and then the last track, Walk With Me, featuring Stack Hill. Again, another track I felt like it was okay, but it could have been better and shit like that. So
It was cool. You got Buck saying for the block, I be putting in work, handle my business. I've been on my knees asking my homeboys that did this, and just talking about just getting that work or whatever. It was dope. Yeah, I liked it.
right. Um, the unit featuring 50 Cent, Dad, Lloyd, Snoop, and Superfly. That was a very solid posse cut right there. Definitely
Yes.
love that shit. Definitely like Lloyd Banks and Snoop Dogg on that track. I mean, they all did
Yes.
their thing.
Snoop killed it.
Yeah. Yeah, Snoop was on a roll back. We need to talk about Rhythm and Gangsta.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think that's an underrated album from Snoop.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
'Cause
saying? And they were remember when 50 came out with the PIMP remix, he was talking about doing a whole DPG unit album and it never happened.
yeah, I remember that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they were on tour at that time, and he was like they were recording tracks while they were on the tour bus. And I mean, I don't know if they got like I'm pretty sure they got tracks unreleased, but the album never came out. But that would have been a dope ass album because Snoop was still at the height of his career, and 50 was just blown up with Get Rich, and who doesn't like the Dog Pound? Like that's they were they had a classic first album with Dog Food, and I definitely think this was a dope ass song. And even though Corrupt is not on this one, it's Snoop Dogg and Super Snooperfly and Daz, and then you got Banks and 50 and Buck. I thought it was a dope posse. 'Cause I love the bass line, and it's like a gangster track. You got Snoop saying his buddy tried to peel back, but I had to kill that. Real niggas from the turf shit. I know how you feel that. Definitely Snoop killed it. Banks did his thing on here. So I thought it was a great bonus track, and to see them collaborate with DPG, that was dope.
Yes, sir. All right. Overall, I'm not gonna lie. I actually fuck with this album. I am not gonna lie because like I said, I, I had low expectations and whatnot. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest and shit. But
If you, I was like, yo, I gotta give Reggie because if you didn't like it, I was gonna sell it off. I'm like, cause this is out of print. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I know a lot of people been wanting that the deluxe version and with the ski mask, and I'm like, Reg gotta feel this album. This album is dope.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Fuck with. That. I might even check out Fuck the World
Yeah.
stuff. So even though there was certain tracks I can't really
Mm-hmm.
gravitate to and whatnot, I do admit like it's better. I feel like it aged a bit better because, and this might be very controversial, but I feel like a lot of these coasts, like East, West, they're trying to do what the South is doing,
Right.
and eerily, with like what 50 Cent tried to do by having like the South, and the East combined with one another,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely did it for better or for worse. And
Yep.
even though now you have like the East Coast, they try to like the Griseldas are trying to like do their own thing now and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is still universal. Everybody is still trying to
Right.
do what everybody else is doing, but
But they still haven't worked with a lot of like West Coast and Southern artists yet.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if they can do that.
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna give it to four mics. Definitely.
Oh, I definitely love it. I think it's his best album. Um, the production was solid, the features, the songs, the singles. I think Young Buck has always been underrated, and I'm glad that we finally put respect on his name, and I feel like he needs to be saluted more for Memphis. It's not all about the Streets Mafia, and you know, um, I love it. Let me in and Bonafide Hustler. Welcome to the South. I'm a soldier. The DPG unit bonus track. I love it. I think it's 4.5. Still his best album. Buck the World was dope, but it's not better than this to me.
I agree. Well, I never heard about the world, so
But we could review that when you hear it. So
okay. Give me one.
Ball and MJG, they're great. But when you think Memphis, you think of them first. Then nobody even mentions Young Buck. It's like he's forgotten about.
I feel like it's like the whole scandal people that came out with. That's what fucked them up.
Yeah, but I mean that was before. You know what I'm saying? Like when this shit was out, you even hear about that scandal, and he went multi-platinum with this, being on Interscope. This is a Southern dude with a bunch of East Coast cats. So they had that machine, and the albums were actually good. It wasn't like they were just promoting a bunch of crap.
Right. And I'm gonna stay up for a couple of minutes because I just want to eat something and get ready for sleep too. But
Sam said he prefers Luda over Ti. Okay, I know people prefer Luda over Ti. Ludacris had some great albums too. His when we talked about Back for the First Time and Word of Mouth was great. Chicken and Beer were one of my favorites. Red Light District, one of my favorites. But I feel like Ti got better albums than him, like overall. You know what I mean? Because to me, I feel like after Red Light District, I feel like he started to fall off.
I feel like they're both neck to neck.
They're both neck and neck for you. If you had to pick one, who you picking though?
Oh, I have to pick one.
Yeah,
Go with Ludacris. You
and
really?
also I think also that people forget Ti and Luda was coming out with great shit, but we also forget about Weezy who was doing this thing. We also forget about Rick Ross. I think Rick Ross made better shit than both of them. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Port of Miami, Triller, Deeper Than Rap, Teflon Don, God, was it God Forgives I Don't? All of
Yeah.
those albums to me are better than any shit that Luda and Ti put out.
In my
Like
opinion,
to,
Rick Ross is more consistent than both Ti and
yes,
Ludacris.
yes.
He's way
I
more
think he's more consistent than both of them. You know what
because
I'm saying? And even with him, they don't put him in conversation when it comes to King of the South and Scarface arguably is in there. You know what I'm saying? But
Scarface is the king of the South.
it can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like yes, Luda and Ti were good, but Rick Ross and Weezy and Scarface can all. If you put all of them in a battle royal, who's winning that shit?
Don't forget Currency.
Currency, yeah, but that's another thing. Currency is, but the see even with the way that Currency rap, he don't rap like a Southern dude. Like he has the Southern drawl, like Young Buck, but he don't rap like he's from the South.
It don't matter. I feel like he's been holding the South down for years and shit.
Yeah, he's consistent. A lot of his mixtapes, the Weekend at Bernie's, the Harvard Blue mixtapes, the Saturday night was it Saturday Night Live mixtapes,
Oh,
Drive-In Theater, Stone Immaculate, which I love that album.
woo.
He got a lot of classics shit that people slept on with Currency, and people forget Dame Dash was like the one that really brought him out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it's like yeah, if you put all of them in a ring, who's coming out? Because I mean, people would say Scarface is the king. After Scarface, who's next in line? Is it Ross? Is it Ti? Is it Currency? You know what I'm saying? Bun
After
B.
Scarface is
People
Andre.
forget about Bun B. Also, is it Bun B?
After Scarface, I have to say Andre.
Andre 3000.
If you talking about King of the South,
But he got one album though. I can't even put him in there. He got one album by himself. He can't even be. Big Boy could be in that conversation more than Andre right now.
well, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Juvenile, another underrated artist, and I wasn't a Juvie fan back then, but I listen to his stuff now. I got a couple of his albums. Juvie is underrated also, and he made a lot of hits for Cash Money. So it's wide open. It's like a battle royal for King of the South. Who's winning that? Outcast. I mean, as a group, they one of the best to me. They top three for me as a group. So Mystical, Sam says, Master
Yeah,
P.
yes, this is cool.
I don't know. That King of the South trophy gonna it's got a lot of heads gonna be on that because I don't know who you picking.
I'm tired of the whole Mount Rushmore memes and shit because
On Mount Rushmore for the South, who you putting on that Mount Rushmore?
um, you mean talking about overall or just like the 2000?
Just overall, like from the South, just the South MCs. Who you putting on that Mount
Oh,
Rushmore?
okay. Scarface. Mm.
Trick Daddy. He's another dope one. Another one that I wasn't a fan of early, and I like his stuff now. So, like I said, I don't know. Like,
Damn,
it's
that's good.
everybody can't fit on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I have to say Scarface, Andre, Ludacris, Ti. Off the top of my head.
Andre still with the one album is still able to make it on
But
this.
I'm talking about overall. I'm just saying.
Oh, ah man, Rick Ross. I really love Rick Ross stuff. I don't think he has one bad album. He has a flawless discography. He definitely going up on there for me. Um, Definitely Scarface. Wheezy, cause I think Wheezy did a lot. He was like the dude that people were checking for in the 2000s and 2010s. He got to be on there. Ti to me, I like Ti's. I prefer Ti's albums just hit harder for me than Luda. So I would definitely make a case for him up on there. You know what I'm saying? Bun B. It's so many man. Like Hector mentioned, Devin the Dude, another underrated artist. David Banner. Like we mentioned, David Banner. He gets no recognition at all. You know, 3 6 Mafia. They're great as a group. They're great. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got to be discussed as a group for sure. Pusha T. I don't. Yeah, but we don't really consider Pusha T from the South. Even though they're from the South, but we don't really look at them like oh the Clips is from the South. Cause they lived up here too at one point. Bobby V did a cover of "What's Going On." Oh God, I don't even want to hear that.
I'm gonna stay on for like
What is?
7 more minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, happy Pride Day, Sam, and to everybody LGBT. It's happy Pride Day to you all.
Yeah, happy Friday. Bro, where's my destination card? Man? What the fuck? Bro, I hate leaving shit sometimes. You ready for the Van Halen breakdown tomorrow?
No, but I'm gonna get ready.
Oh, trust me, I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready.
I'm not ready yet either. Oh, good.
Mikasa, what's your favorite 3 6 Mafia album?
Mystic Styles, Smoke Clears, Untouchables. No, those are like my top three.
Does the same as Reg, and the only one I got is the which one I got? I think it's the when the smoke clears. I got that one. Yeah, that stuff was super out of print. Ronnie said his Mount Rushmore is Wheezy, Luda, Scarface, Ti, UGK. Okay. His favorite Scarface album, definitely The Diary. I love The Fix as well. The Fix was dope. Last of the Dying Breed.
Man, ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. So pretty much, Soldier Boy calling out Bow Wow.
When is that battle?
I don't even know.
Oh God, why?
He's gonna call him out by his government name. He like Shad don't want nothing on me.
uh, Sam says, "Will you review some MOP albums in the future?" That's coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up. I want to
Elvi-
catch the albums from the first.
Elvira of Scarface or Karen from Goodfellas.
Elvira.
I want to say Karen. Elvira didn't really have play a major part in the film though. Like she was just a bitch to Tony, and then she left.
Are you talking about better movie or just who's finer?
Better movie character,
Oh, Karen.
you know.
Karen was
Favorite
shit.
favorite rappers from the UK. I don't have any favorite rappers from the well. Slick Rick, I guess you want to call him. He's from London, so
Yeah.
Slick Rick,
The Hula.
huh?
Oh, I said the Hula.
Yeah. Favorite Ti album. I love Paper Trail and well, most of his album. Paper. I can't really choose. Paper Trail, King, Trap Music. Those are like my favorites. Urban Legend. Yeah, Elvira was just a bitch. She was just snorting coke, being a bitch to Tony after she left. You know, after Frank got killed or whatever. And that's basically it. She didn't really play a major part in the film. She could have had a major role in the film, but she didn't stay around long enough.
Wow, whatever happened to her after she walked out on them and shit.
Exactly. We don't know what happened. And Tony dead. So does she even know that Tony died? You know what I'm saying?
Found it.
You found it. You
Yep.
know, she just walked out. So she was tired of it. But Banks is dropping on Friday. We're doing a live reaction to his album. I have a feeling it's gonna be good because he been away for this long. I don't think any G Unit is on it. There's no G Unit members on it, so I think yeah, I think we gonna get a good album. Stevie Wonder or Marvin Gaye? Marvin for me,
Stevie.
and it's hard to choose. Bobby or Ralph? Bobby. got the better albums. I think Ralph was a great leader though. I don't know. I don't know if you make Bobby the leader, New Edition, if it would be the same. He would have been a tyrant. Favorite character in Carlito's Way, Carlito and Gil. Yeah, Carlito. Carlito is great.
Can't sleep, man.
Brian McKnight or Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross.
Oh, Luther.
I like more Luther albums than Brian. Better lyrics to Scarface or Luda. Scarface was just deeper. He had deeper lyrics, but Luda had the punchlines. Usher or R. Kelly. R. Kelly for me.
R. Kelly. Sylvester.
Do I like Casino? We already did a Casino review like last year. You missed it. It's on my channel. Great movie.
Yeah, I forgot that shit. Ooh.
Sam requested that, so that's what we did it for Sam.
Oh yeah.
Scarface or Cube. Ice Cube for me.
Cute.
Boys to Men, a New Edition. New Edition. Yeah, check that out. Leave a comment. Let me know if you what you thought about the movie Casino. Subscribe to the channel. I'm 7 away from 200. Keep subscribing. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. Mariah for me. Whitney was great. I like Mariah's albums more though. Better mixtapes, 50 or Fabulous, 50 Cent.
50.
I love his mixtapes more. Fabulous did his thing. Fabulous, that his mixtapes are better than his albums. Prince or Michael. If I had to choose one, I'm picking Mike, but I love both of them. Yeah, Musical Massacre. We could do that in August. Definitely talk some beat nuts as well as the other beat nut stuff. Onyx or MOP. I think MOP has a better discography. But damn, those first three Onyx albums, man, those are my joints. Hey, tell more people to subscribe. I'm 7 away from 200. I feel like I gotta do something special for that. Like each time I hit a milestone, I'm gonna do something special.
But yeah, I'm not going getting sleepy and shit. But this has definitely been a dope review. Both albums, G Unit, classics,
Yes,
you know,
all of them,
all of them.
all of them, all of them.
So, oh, Ronnie, I said Jay had the best verse on Four Alarm Blaze.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. And so I got a few announcements. So tomorrow is the first part of the Van Halen breakdown and shit like that. Really cannot wait to talk about that. Really cannot wait to talk about that. And of course, Friday morning we're going to do Lloyd Banks reaction.
Yes.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Yeah.
Right now I'm working on the James Martin Show Tex Beef episode. Working on that one and shit.
Right.
And I know I said that the Metallica movie we're gonna start that on this next Monday. But I forgot. It's the Battle of the Bangers with Prince episode.
Right.
So that means I gotta push the Metallica episode
They,
Monday after that.
what's the status of the Q-Tip one, guys? Still ain't watch it yet.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on the copyrights tonight and tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm still
And
going on
the
that.
Prince one might be a. Y'all better watch it because it might they might not even let it. come on after. It's Prince, so they might copyright that shit too.
I'm trying to work on that. So I'm trying to work on that,
It's
but
just gonna be a silent battle, like when y'all see this. They gonna play nothing. They're not gonna play nothing. Y'all gotta actually be here to hear it, because they might not play shit.
that's why I said one night only, one night
Yeah,
only.
one night only, exactly. A one night only pay per view event, because after it's over, it's over. They're not gonna play it. You saw what they did with the Q-Tip joint. I didn't even see the Q-Tip battle, and they got copyright issues with that one.
Yeah, man, I definitely got to look at a Q-tip battle tonight.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, definitely going to be stay tuned for last dope shit in June. Um, and the Jet magazine, whenever that comes. Hopefully that comes Thursday,
Right.
because I don't mind showing that to you after we showing some after we watch the listen to the Lloyd Banks album and shit.
Right.
So
When the unsung joint dropping.
that's gonna drop possibly tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Thank you for mentioning because now that we've finished the whole season of Unsung, now we can get back to like the classics.
Right.
So I'm gonna send you the Phyllis Hyman one and the Big Daddy Kane one, hopefully
Okay.
um by this week.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to send it to you on YouTube and then they delete that shit the next day and show me that shit and shit.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, man. But yeah, man. Black Music Month June, so definitely gonna do a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
It's your boy Reg Building. I'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you.